Peace. Welcome to Speak Up 757. This your boy, Mr. Black Wall Street, aka Mr. Everything, man. I'm in the hats. Who I got here is a dude real special to me. We're gonna be talking about highlighting his showcase that he got going on. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself, let him know what he got going on, and I'm gonna ask him a few questions and all that, and we're gonna get into a dialogue.
It's the yes man, Mr. True Story, Jorge El Concepcion Jr., aka the Ghetto Governor. Just want to thank you and Virtual Seller for having me on the show. I feel special today.
Yeah. We just want to get out there, man, you know, what you really offering the kids and, you know, how your connection, how God gave you connection with Bluefield and, you know, the things that God is doing for your son and all that, which brought about the showcase. And also how you helping the Creek Boys and all that. So, all that.
Saturday, April the 15th, we have an unsigned senior and under the radar showcase for the local kids from 757 area. Portsmouth, Norfolk, Chesapeake, Smithfield, Hampton, Newport News, Suffolk. It's going to be great. We got 13 colleges coming down. This showcase is free of charge. It came about my baby boy. He put my feet to the fire. He said, you help me, I helped him get in school for free twice. So he's like, look, we got to put something together, bring the under the radar kids and kids that's not signed to go to school for free. So that's how it came about. You know, God bless us to be able to do it.
You know, that's an amazing feat of your son getting 2 free scholarships back to back. So could you share with us how God motivated that for you?
Well, we went to Augusta, Georgia. He was a junior going into his senior year with $250 in our pocket.
Right.
So we balled out, had supposed to spend $700. But we went down, make a long story short, Vaughn Parker made a phone call to a guy named Russell Branch at the University of Northwestern Ohio. He seen my son play in Augusta, Georgia with a team called Team United Black. Kids he never played with, but he led them in scoring, rebounding, and assists for the whole tournament. And Russell Branch, which is Barrett Park, came, offered him right then and there. We went to University of Ohio, some things didn't work out right. Brought it back home at the end of the semester. I called Bluefield College, which is Richie Morgan, the head coach, and Brian Moody. They had offered him his senior year a full scholarship, but he stayed. You know, I always talking about loyalty, so he stayed with the first school. Called them on a Thursday. They was here on Monday with paperwork. Gave him a full scholarship. Right. Now, how that came about, because his grades, he's mannerable and coachable. Right. So that's what the coaches and everybody likes about him. You know, that's what they're looking for in kids. If you're mannerable and coachable.
Yeah, and another thing, like far as the showcase, how did the Concepcion Sports come about? Like,
well, my little cousin, God rest his soul, him and my brother Poppy Prayer back home in Plainfield, New Jersey, they always told me, man, the kids is your lane, the kids need you. And I'm like, nah. So me and my cousin, Al McKee, his line was an action figure. We was talking, he like, nah, cuz you need to get the kids, you're a mentor. And I didn't want that, you know. My son good, my nephew's good, the kids that been around me, as long as they was good, I'm like, all right, cool. And then he got killed on December 1st. And everything just been rolling all along. I think he up there talking to God for me, or whispering in his ear, because I went from just being Concepcion marketing, because I put concerts and stuff like that together. And then next thing I know, this came about, and it went from just helping 3 kids in the area from D Creek and getting full scholarships for football to now it's 25 kids that got scholarships, and I never met them personally. So I just got the film, sent it up, coaches called me. Then I called the prospective coach, my boy Somerville.
Right.
Yeah, Somerville. I put that on Facebook. Somerville hit me up, and you know, it's a good dude.
Right. So how did you know what I'm saying, who poured into you to make it branch out to football, baseball, and all that?
I went to, it's crazy. I went up to Bluefield College, my son's last basketball game, and Coach Richard Morgan, he played at UVA. He goes and tells the football coach, he's here, and pointed to me. Told me, look, you want that talent at the 757, you need to holler at Concepcion Sports. And I just stopped and I looked at Coach like, Concepcion Sports? He said, yeah. So he really gave me the name. Right. So he like, look, so I talked to the football coach, the baseball coach, like, Mr. Concepcion, and girls basketball, and so I was like, huh? So I was like, all right, so my thing is if I can help a kid to get in school for free, that's what I do. I'm not charging nobody, I'm not a recruiting service that's gonna charge you thousands of dollars and don't get your kids looked at. Our goal is to have 200 kids in school for free the next 2 to 3 years. And that's 200 sales we don't have to worry about. That's 200 people we don't have to worry about getting knocked across their head.
Right. So could you basically tell us the criteria the kids have to meet to get in these schools, get in these colleges?
Well, at least a 2.0 GPA. If you got that, you got to score about a 1,300 on your SATs to get into a school. The higher your GPA is, the lower you have to score on your SATs and your ACTs. Basically, you're asking these folks to give you anywhere between $200,000 to almost $300,000, depends on the school, for a degree. And one thing they want to do is see if the kids is getting the books at home before they invest in a kid, and let's say your kid 12, 14 hours away. See, when you come to college, it's a business. They're not going to sit there, they're trying to be your mom and dad, they're not going to babysit you. And like I always tell the kids, you got to understand, you was the man in high school in your sport. Now you got, in basketball, you got 15 to 20 other cats. That was the man in high school. On the football field, you got 52 players on the team. All 52 players was the man at their high school. So you got to go in there with your A game, and most important, that academics. Your academics. If your academics is not up to par, because it could be like this, and I've seen it happen. You got kid A, kid B. Kid A is more athletic. Kid B is more academically stronger than kid A. So the school's gonna look and they're gonna get a kid B the scholarship because he got it in the classroom. Kid A, yeah, he's a great athlete, but he got a 2.0 GPA. This kid is at a 3.4, 3.5. They know when he come to school, they gonna hit them books and they ain't gotta worry about it. They don't want problem child. I don't watch kids go to college in July, they home in August.
Right. So how's perception on sports helping those young men and young women to actually get over that hump, like far as being a student athlete first?
Well, first of all, we got to start home with the parents. You got more parents worried about kids going to D1 and my baby going pro. Only 1% of D1 players make it to the NBA. Only 1% of the players that's playing major D1 football makes it to the NFL. Okay, it's just God blessing you with the talent. You got luck of the draw. So what we implement, and I got some guys that's teachers and that's mentors as well. And what we want to implement is a program. Now we're going to start grabbing them from the 8th grade, and to be part of Concepcion Sports, they have to follow the program we got going on. And what the program is, we got access to your kid as a check on the grades and whatever. They got to at least maintain a CB average. If they don't, it's not averaging a CB average, they can't be part of the program. So, and it definitely need the parents, because the parents, I don't watch parents talk their kids out of scholarships. I don't watch parents take their kids out of public school, put them in private school, reclassify them, thinking they're going to get a D1. Once that ball stops dribbling, all the work first want to know is what degree you got. That's all they want to know. If you got a degree, to go back behind that paper, to go back to what you say you can do.
See, yeah, that's the main thing that a lot of kids don't understand. So how do y'all get across that roadblock with the parents? What steps do y'all take?
I'm an idiot. So, I have talked to parents, and I tell them the process. I show them the process. Some parents don't get it. Some do. Prime example, I had a young kid over at high school in Portsmouth. I met him in January when the football coach and everybody asked me to start sending the film. Sat down, I talked with him, told the moms, told the dad what was what. I didn't hear from the kid till last week. So I'm like, I can't, I don't work like that. Even though it's still a business. It's still a business. So I preach to the parents is you can't wait till your kid get in high school for them to get serious about their education. I hear about, this person, it's very few in between that that person becomes successful without a college degree. Very, you know what I mean? It's just God bless that individual. But in this day and time, even to sell cars, sometimes you gotta. I sell cars by the day. So you gotta either be good at what you do or a serious businessman. So that education is real important. So I tell the parents, you can't wait till your son get a senior high school and then he's still behind the 8 ball because why? He still hasn't taken his SATs. He still hasn't taken the ACTs. But you're still telling your baby, hey baby, you gonna go D1. No, he not.
Right.
April 6th, matter of fact, tomorrow starts the live period for recruitment for NCAA basketball.
Right.
Where the coaches could go out and see the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep on telling the parents, and I put on my post today, if a recruiter is not at your son's high school tomorrow, if the recruiter hasn't called your son's coach or sent you letters, your baby ain't D1. But at the end of the day, that degree don't say D1, D2, it just say you got your degree. See, what we're trying to do now is grab the kids in the 8th grade and follow from 8th grade, even all the way up to college.
Right.
And still check on them, make sure everything's good with them. I'm not but a phone call away to my kids. You know, they can pick up the phone, hey, you know, got this going on, all right, let's see what we gotta do. You know, my son 20 years old and telling his coach, hey coach, if I ever get in trouble, don't call my dad. I run the extra wind sprints or whatever. Coach said, why? I said, yo, my dad will be here. I mean, that's our kids. You know what I'm saying? That's with any kid that belongs, that comes to me, I pop up on you quick. High school, college, hey, what's going on? See, we need that. But you got your parents out here to send the kids to school so the teacher be the babysitter.
Yeah. So from my understanding, y'all do this program free. Now, what type of fundraising elements do y'all put together, you know, to come up with the money to really do this for the kids? Because I know y'all mainly target the inner city kids that really didn't, you know, get that, you know, shine in high school and all that, but they're diamond in the rough. Could you share with them how they can get in contact with you, how they can donate, or what ways to donate?
Well, this one I did it myself. You know,
Right.
I ain't actually. So you can hit me up at ConcepcionSports.com. The website is up. You can email me, Jorge at ConcepcionSports.com. I'm on Twitter at ConcepcionSports. I'm also on Twitter at Ghetto Governor. So yeah, you know, I didn't think that God would actually do everything He doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about as far as with everything He has done in my life because, you know, I didn't.
Right.
You know, you told me that shit on my hospital bed, get my foot operated. So, you know, it's just, hey, I mean, I love to help every kid we can. We had to cut the registration off last week. We was going to do 100 kids, but we couldn't. So we took it down to 75 kids.
Right.
So with that said, we're going to do a part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Part 2, I'm trying to do a fundraiser so I can get the basketball jerseys. You know, you got other cats out here doing this and they charging babies. I'm not trying to charge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they telling cats, we got this camp, we're going to have these coaches in there, which is a lie because the live period don't start till tomorrow.
Right.
And they can't really be in the gym with them either. One thing about it's no gray area. You know, either we can do it or we can't do it. Now, everybody like, well, NAIA, if you do your history, the organization NAIA don't have a dead period. Like the NCAA, they have a dead period where they can't talk to the kids, can't be in the gym with the kids. But like I told them, whether you go NCAA or NAIA, you got a degree behind your name. You got a degree. So that's my whole thing. You gotta have that, you got your degree behind you. Everybody called up, oh, my son D1, D2, okay. But next thing you know, my baby home.
Right.
My baby home. So I be trying to tell them, you know, we hit up, but you definitely get email me. You see the brand, you know, how the shirt look though.
Yeah. So what, I mean, like, as far as what the date, you know, the program, what it's going to really consist of?
The program is going to consist of, we're going to follow the kids tracking from 8th grade all the way up to senior year. We got access to their GPA. See if they're taking the right courses going into their freshman year all the way through the senior year. Just because, you know, it's certain requirements that the NCAA requires the kid to have going into his senior year. So if they don't have that requirement, they won't qualify. So what we basically going to do is make sure the kid qualify. They take their SATs in time. Like now, some people wait till their senior year. You can take your SATs whenever you're ready. You can take your SATs 3 times. And so they'll take the highest score out of each part. And the best thing about it, they took the writing part out of the SAT. And the best thing though, the ACT is much easier and gears towards the minorities for the schools.
Yeah, and that's great. That's a great thing you're doing. Listen, we're gonna have to bring Mr. Concepcion back for a part 2, being as though that he gonna have part 2 to his camp, so we can get more on the gist of the second role of the camp. So look, this is Mr. Black Wall Street. Speak up, 757. Peace.
Peace.